following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Happy Wagon Tails Wednesday. We've got all sorts of good stuff and so many shows going on this week in Nashville, some of them having to do with the CMA Music Fest. We're even going to be live from the Omni Hotel. Our live Taste of Nashville show, Joe Dubin and I will be. From Kitchen Notes, we'll be talking to some entertainers who are part of CMA Music Fest, going to and from stages. We're going to be covering it live at 1 o'clock. Here on all of your Main Street stations, and hopefully you will get to have your eyeballs that time of day. And if you're not available that time of day, it's okay. That's what's so great about streaming and what we do, because we keep our messages open all the time. Just because we are in Middle Tennessee and we're attending so much, we want to make sure we let you know in a nice, accessible 30-minute coffee break show, all the things coming to Nashville, because you don't want to miss something that might be great for your family. And you can't get better for families than the races out at the Super Speedway.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Super Speedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
We love sharing a lot of PSAs, public service announcements, and blood and the blood shortage is top of mind. People stopped giving during COVID. We pulled back on a lot. It didn't just affect money, what the last 2 years did, but it affected our mindset and what we do. And we have a lot of people who are afraid to give blood. Well, I'm going to tell you a perfectly safe way to give blood. And I know, especially like Williamson Medical Center down in south of town, I know that they depend on a company called Blood Assurance, as well as a lot of your hospitals around town. And Blood Assurance aggressively seeks organizations that are willing to open up their places of business and say, we're going to have a blood drive. And you never know. It's like one gift of blood. One person donating blood saves 3 different people. Blood Assurance is doing some great things, and they're all over. You've probably first heard about them on Joe Dubin's show, Mornings on Main Street. But we are talking with our friend Brenda Willis, who is putting together a really fun night. This is a blood drive down in Franklin, and it's right at 65 and McEwen. It's, if you go to Facebook, Franklin, a live music event, Franklin in June. If you go on Facebook, you can find out all the information. This Saturday, June 11th, doors 5:45. It's a free event. They've got some wonderful food trucks that are going to be there, like Bradley's going to have some ice cream. They got smoke signals going to have barbecue. And then you've got some incredible performers. It's a live music event, but it's also a blood drive for all of those folks who are down in the Franklin area and beyond. If you frequent Williamson Medical Center, if that is your place that you go to, just know that wherever you are, you can set up a blood drive to support your local hospital. You can do that. Blood Assurance is how you get information about that. And coming up on Sunday Morning Country, with Miss Brenda Lee as the host. 40 years this has been going on, and it takes place the matinee show at the Opry House CMA Music Fest week. It is a different ticket than CMA Music Fest. And you know that it's Sunday morning country because it's at the Opry House and it's cool inside. I'm just going to say, by the end of Country Music Fest, you are willing to pay good money to sit in air-conditioned comfort and all that, and Jesus too. Jesus and sweet tea, that can fix anything, and that's what they got when you go to Sunday Morning Country this Sunday at the Grand Ole Opry House. And one of the performers you saw yesterday, Mr. Alex Miller, and today we're going to hear from the Fox Brothers.
It's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by, still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
The Fox Brothers on stage this Sunday at the Grand Ole Opry House. Sunday Morning Country, Brenda Lee will be hosting, and a lot of folks will be on stage. It will be just a fabulous show. If you like feel-good music, if you like Jesus music, if you like raising the raising the roof on the Grand Ole Opry House, that's going to be happening. Definitely going to be happening. Well, it is Wagon Tales Wednesday, and our Wagon Tales song, we're going to actually put a couple of stories together here because Porch Fest goes on in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It happens every year around this time, and it is going to be a fabulous pop-up concert. Hazel Path. They take all of those little areas there, and they got porches all set up, and it's a free concert, and you can go. There are lots of people playing, and the porches all around. You go from one to the other. They've even got an open stage where you can sing. You just go and walk up and plug in and sing and be a part of it. Look at this lineup. I'm telling you what, it's got the Mark Anthony Band, Jay Brunswick and Friends, Tim Atwood, Tim Atwood, Hawkshaw Hawkins Jr., Miss Jackie Wilson. And I'm not going to do the whole list because you can go to Porch Fest Hendersonville on Facebook and get all the performers, but it's Wagon Tales Wednesday. Flat River Band. They were part of our Taste of Nashville. They were in the Gallatin News this week, and they're going to be in the Hendersonville Standard next week, right ahead of them being on stage for Porch Fest. And they got a song that they used to help raise money and awareness with animal shelters all over the country. Yes, every dog has its day. Every dog needs a home, and adoption is part of their thing. And they've got bloodhounds. Flat River Band, they're brothers, and I love that they have. So it all kind of comes together. Porch Fest, Gallatin News, our newspapers, Main Street Nashville, running an article about them. And then we got a video. Every dog has its day. Enjoy this. Happy Wagon Tales Wednesday.
If they're gonna run with the big dogs, you gotta get off of the porch. Swallow your pride, forget yourself, get off your high horse. It's the early bird that gets the worm, squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's what Grandpa told me, sitting on his knees. And then he'd say, hey, hey, every dog has his day. Every dog has a day. My grandpa was a working man, dang near all his life. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's what he said all the time. So my daddy became a working man and taught me just the same. Buried grandpa years ago, but in my heart, could hear him say, if they're gonna run with big dogs, you gotta get off of the porch. Swallow your pride, forget yourself, get off your high horse. It's the early bird that gets the worm, squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's what Grandpa told me, sitting on his knees. And then he'd say, hey, hey, every dog has his day. Every dog has a day. Dust to dawn, weeks to years, time has marched on. I got married and moved down to Tennessee with a family of my own. With a big old hound and 15 hens and 4 young strapping lads. And I do my best to teach them all about my grandpa and my dad. If they're gonna run with the big dogs, you gotta get off of the porch. Swallow your pride, forget yourself, get off your high horse. It's the early bird that gets the worm, squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's what Grandpa told me, sitting on his knees. And then he'd say, hey, hey, if they're gonna run you gotta get off of the porch. Swallow your pride, forget yourself, get off your high horse. It's the early bird, get some worms, squeaky wheel, get some grease. That's what Grandpa told me, sitting on his knees. And then he said, hey, hey, every dog has its day. Every dog has a day. Every dog has a day. Oh, yeah.
The backbone of America has been built on handshakes. In a handshake, there is trust, honesty, and a mutual commitment to building a long-lasting relationship. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we remain true to those principles. And while the world around us may be changing, we remain focused on securing the future of rural communities and agriculture. One home, one farm, and one business at a time.
We are so grateful for our partners here, and they help us bring you this show every day just to let you know what's new, what's happening, and all kinds of music. We're not limited to one kind of music. And we got lots of people checking in just ahead from someone you're about to meet. She's in the waiting room right now. Her name is Cash Crawford. Coolest name ever. I'm just going to say they should have a movie just about her, because her name is so cool. And we got folks watching from everywhere. Happy Wagon Tails Wednesday, Elizabeth. Happy day to you, Miranda Sullivan. Glad that you're down in my neck of the woods, down in Louisiana. Jeff Hutchinson. Hutch is watching, and glad to have you here. And I'm glad that you asked. That was Flat River Band. They're going to be at Porch Fest, but you can find their new single with the McCrary sisters anywhere you stream music. Flat River Band. I'm wearing their shirt today. See, that's how it all. We do all sorts of tie-ins. And I'm glad that you love it, Elizabeth. And I'm going to introduce you to somebody else you're going to love. I love introducing you to people you might not know, but as soon as you hear them, you're going to want to download everything that they've got. We got a brand new song from Cash Crawford. We're going to meet her right now. Cash,
hi. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. And we're having our little daily coffee break, and I'm so glad that you're with us today.
Love it. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Man, you have got a groovy voice, and your music is groovy.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I appreciate it.
Where are you from? Where did all that groove come from?
I'm originally from British Columbia, Canada, like Vancouver, Shuswap Lakes area, kind of back and forth. And now I live in Nashville full time.
Well, we're glad you're here. We have a mutual exchange program with our Canadian music artist. I mean, we have a lot here, and I'm glad that you're here. Yeah. Our theme song for this show is actually sung by Lisa Richard, who's on the other side of Canada. You know, the Maritimes that's her side but she does our theme song. So we love our Canadian country music artists. When did you move here, and what brought you to Nashville?
I moved in 2016. I was only supposed to be in Nashville for a month. Wow. I drove down in my old Mazda Protege, 2 suitcases in the back of my car, and never went back. And I ended up coming down for some writing sessions, like writing book writings and stuff like that. And I had been back and forth a couple of times, was trying to figure out a way to make it work to stay there. And everything just kind of aligned and fell into place. And I was able to make it work. And here I am now in 2022, still in Nashville. So
you know what I really appreciate about you is I listen to your music too, because people always say, oh, you're in Nashville, you only listen to country music. And That's not just so not true. And Nashville doesn't just make country music. It is a big, big, broad spectrum of different kinds of music. What do you think created your sound?
I think honestly, it's been an accumulation of the songs that I love, the artists that I love, and kind of just the people that I've been working with, kind of understanding my vision and kind of the direction that I'm wanting to go with my own music. I love classic rock. Fleetwood Mac is a big favorite of mine. I love the harmonies and the stuff in their music. I'm a vocalist first and foremost. So having lots of harmonies is an imperative thing in there for me. But then I do love rock and roll. I love elements of country, and I really, 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 really vibe with soul music. So I wanted to try and create something that encompasses all of that, without necessarily just kind of, I wanted to still be able to be in the country umbrella, because I love the country music scene, and the country fans are just so loyal, and it just seemed to fit a little bit well. But I would say I'm a little outside of the country box, if that makes sense, just because I don't have like the slides and stuff like that, but it's still got a lot of country vibe to it.
Girl, they have to build you a whole new box. I'm just saying. Cash Crawford has got some great music. This new single, you got a brand new single, and we're going to play it to close our show, but it's called Save Myself.
Yeah.
That sounds like it had a lot wrapped around that axle.
Yeah. I think my favorite lyrics in the song are, "How could you love me when I didn't love me?" And it's about going through a breakup that was a very short relationship, but it was one of those ones that rocks you to the core. And after kind of healing and going through all of the stuff that I went through with that, I realized that I was never in a good, solid mental health state to be dating anyone at that point. And I was really looking for happiness outside of myself, and trying to put that on somebody else and on a relationship. And of course, that's just too much pressure for anyone. And that's nobody else's responsibility, really. And so it was kind of, it gave me a moment to step back and really realize that I was responsible for that. And I wanted to help other people that have gone through the same things, or that are maybe going through them, to understand that, like, it is your responsibility to be happy. And if you're continuously looking for it outside of you, you're never going to find it. And you will always feel like you're missing something. And it's a terrible feeling. I don't want people to have to experience that. So if it reaches 5 or 10 people and it helps them understand that they can be their own healers and save themselves, then my work is done.
Beautiful. Ella, so well said. Said like a true writer. This song, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, recovery, we tend to, especially in this community in Nashville, it's a real strong recovery community, and people always assume alcohol or drugs, but recovery is of the spirit.
Yes.
The substance is what we do to fill that hole.
Absolutely.
But if you can deal with the recovery of the spirit, and you can really do the work, there is a blessing on the other side. And music is a great, great healer. And thank you for giving us this song. Where can they find it? And where can we find more about you? And where can we see you live? Are you playing CMA Music Fest?
Yeah, I'm doing a few shows in Nashville. I'm going to be posting those on my Instagram pretty quick here. I'm usually at Luke Bryan's. I'm going to be doing a lot of gigs there. And then I'm doing a little karaoke hosting as well on the weekend. But I'm going to be down there playing some shows. You can find everything on my website too. It's cashcrawfordmusic.com. And then all of the streaming platforms, Save Myself is up on those too. So Google Play, Apple Music, Spotify, all of those. I think I'm on Pandora, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Cash Crawford, I love your name so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I got to ask, fan of Johnny Cash?
Yes, big fan. Grew up listening to him. Yeah.
I bet that all ties in. It all ties in. Well, thank you for your time today. I appreciate you. And I'm going to play Save Myself. And thank you for writing this.
Thank you
for giving
so
this gift.
Me. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I've been watching how the moon moves on its way into the sea. I've been listening to the night breathe while you're running in your sleep. You didn't save me, and I couldn't save myself. No, I don't hate you, I broke my heart myself. How could you love me when I didn't love me? I felt like a nobody, but how could you know? This time I saved myself. It's like watching bones break and shatter, or shedding your skin, or dancing with the demons and shadows of who we thought we'd be. You didn't save me, and I couldn't save myself. No, I don't hate you, I broke my heart myself. How could you love me when I didn't love me? I felt like a nobody, but how could you know? Whoa. This time I saved myself. We all finally bust into a million different pieces of magic and love. You didn't save me, and I couldn't save myself. No, I don't hate you, I broke my heart myself. How could you love me when I didn't love me? I felt like a nobody, but how could you know? This time I saved myself. Yeah. This time I saved myself.
Woo! Y'all, Cash Crawford. She might be like my new favorite. I did a deep dive, as much music as I could find, grabbing everything I could. Her music is just incredible. So follow. And I thought it'd be, we always wonder if we just stream a song by an artist, does it really help them? And my friend Mark Elliott has a brand new single out called Back to the Garden. And it's really neat because Back to the Garden is his new single, but he said he put it all into words. How do you help a new independent artist, whether it's Cash Crawford or Flat River Band or any of the artists that you see here? Mark tells us all about it right here.
Well, hello, my friends. Mark coming to you from Cub Creek Sound out here in the Cub Creek Hollow. Really excited this Friday, June 3rd. I have a new single coming out called Back to the Garden. It's all about finding your happy place. And if you're seeing this video, you probably have seen the daily videos of different friends and fans' happy place. They've been sending in. They've been great. This song is all about getting back to that one spot that makes you feel happy, makes your soul feel peaceful. The hook line is, it's hard to beat, planting your feet where your heart is. Anyway, I have an ask of you. If you listen on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon Unlimited, wherever you stream your music, will you please today go to that site and hit the follow button? If you already follow me, thanks. That's really great. That means the song will be delivered to you as a new song on Friday anyway. But if you don't follow me officially on that site, it does the algorithm good for you to do that. Don't worry about pre-saving the single, none of that. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Just go to the Spotify app or website or Apple Music app or website and look, and if it says following, well, you're already there. If it says follow, go ahead and click that button and follow me. That'll help the song move along once it comes out on June 3rd. It's called Back to the Garden. Thanks so much for supporting my music. Really excited to have you hear this song. Let me know what you think. Thanks, gang.
Hard to
We call it the FSS. Follow, subscribe, share. And that's what you can do for our shows here. It really makes a difference to follow, subscribe, share. And we appreciate you and the 8 people who watch us every day. We're glad that you're here. And I love when everybody starts leaving their comments, like Leslie, who just joined us. Great song. She loved that song from Cash. And we have a lot of fun things here. And I just hope that you will let everybody know that we do positive things around here. And we love having you. And we appreciate your business. We appreciate you going to our newspapers at Main Street Media, going to our pages, and clicking likes and sharing our stories. That's what it's all about, because we tell the stories of Middle Tennessee. Be safe, everybody. Be kind. And remember, most of all, you're loved. Have a great rest of your day.
Nothing like the sunrise with your coffee in the morning, or taking a good book off the shelf. Another thing I love the most than being on my own is together with everybody else. Together, like it's Southern Sunday summer,